So today we're going to be going over some illustrations and magazine covers of Sheeple magazine. As a Sheeple myself, these illustrations are extremely frightening or comforting, depending on how you want to look at it. Either way, they're quite unnerving and chaotic, and let's get into them. So this is Sheeple magazine issue number 2 from April to May of 2011. We have a strong opening with President Barack Obama holding up a glass of milk with a radioactive symbol on it. Now, one thing I want to draw your attention to is the fact that the glass of milk, as well as the cows in the background, all have this kind of yellow glow and simmer around them. I'm sure it's nothing to worry about, though, because at the bottom here it says that President Obama reassured us in a speech on the nuclear fallout that radiation is in fact nutritious. The American Medical Association apparently is concurring that the cancer surge is not related to increased radiation levels. So that's good to hear. Also in the news, we have Japan is reporting radioactive seawater is no longer a cause for alarm. I'm guessing this was around the time of the Fukushima disaster. And also the FDA is saying that there's no need to test Alaska fish. I actually tried to look this up to see what this was about, and apparently it's about like genetically modified salmon in Alaska that was controversial at the time. I don't really know much about it, but then again, neither does the person who made this image. So, as a sheeple, this is quite frightening. It's definitely shocking to my sense of how the world works. I mean, I think Obama's milk-stained mustache with the radioactive milk is cheerful and happy, and I believe them, and so I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. Okay, so next up we have Sheeple magazine issue number 3 from June and July of 2011. So here we're treated to some wolves in sheep's clothing in the European Central Bank. The headline is "How Bankers Save Our Countries." And honestly, I mean, I believe them. Looking at this wolf in sheep's clothing, with the cute little fuzzy sheep costume on, the bloodshot eyes. There's a bunch of like sheep following the wolf in the back, waving flags, supporting him. I mean, it's very reassuring. At the very bottom, it says Bin Laden is dead. World is safer. Economy recovers. So honestly, I think I'm fine with all of this. I mean, this all sounds pretty good. And to add to that, I mean, it says here Japan is back to normal. And we have a glowing Japanese family here. So this is a callback to the last issue with the milk and the fallout and Japan's government reassuring us that everything is back to normal. And here I see a Japanese family smiling and being happy. So yeah, I think this is great. You know, I think they all seem pretty happy with each other. As a sheeple, I'm fine with all of this. You know, I think this all sounds great. 9 out of 10. Yeah, this is wonderful. Okay, so next up we have a couple of Monsanto scientists really just reaping what they sow. There's a giant corn here with fangs. And I'm not really sure who that helps out. Why do we need corn with these massive fangs? I'm not really sure. There's also this bloodshot potato on the bottom right, like just staring menacingly at the doctor. Either way, this doctor is terrified and just is really just horrified with what he has created, and rightfully so. At the top left there, you have an equation saying corn plus that thing, which I looked it up and apparently is like the most common pesticide used in the world. So that plus pesticide equals GMO. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty bad. I don't really know why you would be creating corn with the fangs of like a saber-toothed tiger. I am certainly against that. So I think I'm glad someone is calling this out. And also, like, there's a scientist here that's injecting a tomato with a syringe. I don't really know what that's about. Like, what if that tomato is thrown out? Who's gonna eat it? Like, what does that even do? You're not gonna poison anyone with it. I don't really understand it. But honestly, I mean, I find it moderately frightening as a sheeple. It's not really frightening enough. It's more just confusing than anything else. I don't really know why these scientists would be paid to do this. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just gonna give it like a 7 out of 10. It's moderately frightening. It kind of misses the mark for me. So here we have Barack Obama holding up a blue pill. You can see half his face is friendly and smiling. It's just a regular old Barack that we all know. And then the other half of his face is like really scorched and like, it's like ashen and demonic looking. Near his chin are these little figures. I'm not sure what's going on. I like to think they're just kind of politely kneeling for the blue pill. Regardless, in the background, you have some vaccines. I'm guessing that's what the syringes are. You have some militarized police. You have some drones with skulls in the background. You have this, I don't know what this is, like news and 60 Minutes and ABC News just kind of being this weird like gravitational force. So I don't know. I don't really know what's going on here, but I trust the friendly half of Brock's face. So I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. So this is the Sheeple magazine, issue number 38 from April through May of 2017. This one is pretty rough. So you have here a child's head that's split open. There is a mercury syringe going straight into the brain. The child seems to be chained up with a PG&E smart meter, which I guess is a kind of remote monitoring meter they use to see how much electricity you're using, so they don't have to keep sending, people out there to read meters. But in this case, it's chaining up this child, which is really fucked up. In the background, you have a plane leading a chemtrail of aluminum, as they do. And then you have a couple of hands here offering a shot of fluoride and Ritalin. It's really just what you'd expect. I don't really know who these guys are, but they really need to be arrested. And then, of course, you have Wi-Fi signals and now 5G towers making a appearance for the first time, because this is 2017. So 5G towers, loom great and dark in the distance. All in all, it's pretty fucked up. Very, very sheeple, very scary. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. So this is an interesting one. I'm gonna guess this is like a rejected cover for the previous edition. Basically, the puppy replaces the child, and honestly, I kind of find this to be more terrifying than the last image. Puppies are adorable. No one wants to split open the brain of a puppy or the skull of a puppy and inject it with mercury. I mean, the people who do this kind of thing are awful. So offering it fluoride and Ritalin on top of it, plus like all this other stuff with Wi-Fi and 5G. I mean, I just don't see why people would do this, and it's an awful thing. Like at least with a kid, it makes sense. Like you're doing all these things to a human child for like mind control purposes or something, but I don't know why they would do this to a puppy. Which is even more like ominous and scary, right? Like why are you mind controlling a puppy? That's really unnerving. It's quite scary. 9 out of 10. So this is your average Bush voter from the 2004 election. You can see here he's just swarmed and constantly being monitored by cameras. He is enjoying his meal of MSG burger and MSG fish fillet. He is also chowing down on some genetically altered spuds. He's chasing it all with some fluoride springs water, aspartame coma, and of course Prozac while breathing in all those chemtrails. I mean, I have no notes here. This is a classic, absolute banger, 10 out of 10. So this is an interesting one. It's the Terminator pointing a gun at you. It seems like the Terminator is dressed up in Sector 247's police uniform. He seems to be protecting Earth Inc. wildlands, where human access is denied for the next 645 miles. And this is all part of Agenda 21. So Agenda 21 is a United Nations Sustainable Development Goal, 21 being a reference to the 21st century, basically being development goals without exhausting natural resources or like fucking over future generations and this kind of thing. But here, it's clearly a kind of dystopian death zone, patrolled by robotic cops that are ready to shoot you on sight because, as you can see, the person has a barcode on their hand, so maybe the barcode didn't match up, or this person was wandering in the wrong place or something. Either way, the Terminator probably scanned them, knows they're trespassing. It's very grim. It's very sheeple. 8 out of 10. So here we have Barack Obama in hospital scrubs, personally digging up the corpse of Karl Marx, and it seems like just shocking him back to life like he's a fucking car battery with jumper cables. Barack looks very happy and excited. Marx seems fucking horrifying with his eyes just wide open. He's like some kind of like primordial evil that Barack is eager to wake up. I imagine this is all the result of Obamacare. It's just a kind of logical outcome of that. I swear to God, I saw this picture. Like, I swear to God, I saw this picture out in the wild back in like 2006 when I was in high school. So I'm going to give this one a 10 out of 10 just out of pure nostalgia, because I'm pretty sure I remember this picture. So here we have some 5G towers mounted on top of battle tanks rolling across the United States. It seems like over some piles of skulls in the land. On the top right corner there, you can see this kind of weird all-seeing eye in a triangle, that's kind of watching all of this happen. Honestly, this kind of cover just says everything, right? Whoever's controlling these tanks, the regime, the lizard men, whatever, whoever's running the show, really, you don't even really need the tanks anymore. Obviously, you just need to plant these 5G towers, and all of a sudden, you're just controlling. It's as if you're marching tanks down the street. So, very poetic, very, 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 very smart. 8 out of 10. So here we have a person flipping over their Motorola Razr phone, and maybe like taking a picture of this 5G tower nearby. The 5G tower, meanwhile, seems to be just absolutely vaporizing the flesh off of this crying child. The skin is gone. It's just a bare skull exposed. It's quite disturbing stuff. And it actually kind of makes me rethink my interpretation of the last cover. I thought the tanks rolling with 5G towers, mounted on top of them was just a metaphor. But if 5G towers can just melt the flesh off of children like this, then they are a legitimate weapon. So maybe it wasn't just a metaphor for mind control, right? Maybe this is just like a whole new kind of weapon. So at the end of the day, you really don't know what's out there, and that's terrifying to me as a Sheeple magazine reader. So that's all I got. I don't really know what to take away from all this. This was just a strange little walkthrough of some Sheeple magazine illustrations. As a Sheeple myself, these are all terrifying or comforting depending on the context. Either way, I'm not going to do anything about it, because I'm too heavy on that diet of genetically modified spuds and aspartame cola and whatever. I've gotten too many vaccines to care about all this. So the most I can do is just kind of look at these things and rank them. But that's all I got. Yeah. Be safe out there.